there, Aquarius. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is your mid-August reading. It will roughly span the 15th to the 31st of the month. Of course, though, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before the 15th, a little after the 31st. Okay, I almost said the 21st, and that is right about the eclipse. So if that resonates with any of you in a certain way, then you may want to heed that in the way that resonates with you. So, okay, Aquarius, I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera. There is a quickening of pace to your emotions, your actions, your decisions. You're making them almost at lightning speed, right? There's like no thinking really about it. There's no ruminating to your wits end about something. You're like, am I feeling it? I'm feeling it. And what do I need to do to align with it completely, right? What I'm feeling to make my actions align with my thoughts, my behaviors, my feelings. And I'm hearing for you, I was hearing for you as I was meditating before I turned on the camera meditating on your sign before I turned on the camera. The energy is moving so quickly for you, Aquarius. Okay. I was hearing hip hip hooray. There's something just very exciting, very, very, very impulsive, very juvenile, right? Youthful. There's a youthful energy, energizing energy. Oh, very much so, very, very much so. And it speaks to, I'm hearing creative dabbling, and I'm hearing purpose. So I'm hearing reclaiming purpose. Now, all right. Whatever was stagnant for you, Aquarius, in terms of emotional sort of standstill, okay, there's an uprising from it. It's a process. It is a process, okay, of understanding. Yes, okay. I understand that my past no longer defines my future, and it never really did, okay? It's the dawn of a new day, so to speak, in other words, all right? But the way that I move from here on out, right, is of my own discernment. It's of my own making, and I am committed to creating this world in such a way that is both financially stabilizing and speaks to my sort of necessity to consistently create. Okay, so the creative legroom is very, very important for you, and that is a focus. I'm feeling that there's greater weight given to stability, perhaps at the current time. Okay, there's a focus on perhaps physical location. Okay, the home, building a foundation. Right, where do I call home? Where do I pitch this tent? Right, what are the most stable grounds? And then from there, right, figuring, okay, then I want to go hike that mountain. Once I've pitched my tent, then I want to check out that mountain. I want to head over to that prairie and right. So there's but there's this playfulness about you, Aquarius. That's so lovely. It's so very lovely, and it speaks to creativity yet again and the emotional realm. Aha, you have here, okay. In the stack, you have the Son of Cups upright, overlaying the Tower in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Daughter of Cups upright, a pair, Daughter and Son of Cups in the same stack here, Nine of Cups in reverse, underpinning the stack, mirroring the Son of Cups. So, whatever this process is of creativity that you are embarking upon, this land of dreams, I'm hearing this land of dreams, the oasis land, you understand that whatever this path is, it is the right path to liberating I'm hearing your truest, most creative self, your most authentic self, and the most authentic form by which you create. Okay, you understand that it's been a transformational process of getting here. Okay, and it's required of you to just speak your truth, even if it sets others on their edge, sort of, or on the edge of their seat. Okay, you recognize that it's almost like a jabbing sort of nature. You've just needed to I'm hearing roll the dice. You've needed to just throw your fishing line over the dock. Something about just going for it. Okay, and that propelled you in this direction of, right, just gave you so much momentum as I'm feeling it, to pursue this, I'm hearing this willy-nilly sort of, anything is of my making, and I want to make it myself. I want to literally make it. And so that can be meant in many different ways, right? I mean, it's I want to make it. I want to make it successful. I want to make it finally. I want to make it my own. Excuse me. I want to make it in my own way. So there's this emphasis on independence, okay? And there's also this question of stability, okay? And perhaps what will supercharge, will finance whatever this decision is. I'm hearing this decision, this move, this transformation, this new venture, this new creative project, this new creative direction. Father of Pentacles flipped over upside down, okay? Over the citrine crystal, which speaks of creativity, okay? Very strong fire energy. So, but it's upside down. So there's a question. I feel that there's perhaps, I'm hearing a suitor, one who may be involved in the process from a distance in whatever this translocation, this move is, and they understand that their position is, I'm hearing financial. They understand that their position is in terms of matters of security and stability. And they understand that the process, they can be involved in it only so much, okay, only to a certain degree. They have a certain level of oversight, as I'm feeling it, perhaps over the process, but they don't really make themselves super known, okay, especially as it pertains to the dream state, okay, the channeling of this dreamer like energy, this creative energy. So these two propensities are held somewhat separate. There's a clear dissemination between creativity and practicality. How to channel the creativity in a way that is sustainable into the long term. I'm getting that you're thinking about both. I'm getting that you're thinking about both. But yet again, right? There's this focus. Even the Father of Pentacles is looking over at Judgment, right, to see how is Judgment going to fly? How is it all going to, right, not go down, but right, float into the atmosphere, so to speak, right? And Judgment is almost the bird, right, is lit up, is fueled by this introspection of what drives you, of what is that singular passion, and it may have to do with community, philanthropy. I'm getting for a number of you in Aquarius, right? Rules the 11th house, very much, right? That philanthropic sort of energy, speaking to social networks, communities, groups of people, society, innovation. So, right? Always depends on your personal chart, but there's a focus on moving to higher ground. And I feel that you have somewhat of a higher ground as well, especially if you feel that this Father of Pentacles is referring to your very own energy, especially if you've got a lot of earth in your chart. But if this is speaking of a financiary or one who holds a certain sense of discretion over the creative planning, the process of creative direction, there's a feeling, there's an impending nature, okay, to this individual, but not in the sense of you, right, you waiting for them, okay, or them waiting for you to do your thing. It's just simply, there's a basis, okay, that is conditional. So based on what you do, this individual acts in a way, perhaps for a number of you. So there's this reciprocity, okay, that I'm feeling. There's this connection and this language that you both speak. You both understand how the grander process works, but there's almost like the Father of Pentacles doesn't want to influence, okay, the motion, right, that is made by the sheer decision made by the will, by the drive, okay, that charges this flight, okay. And the feeling I'm getting with the Father of Pentacles is somewhat like a parent, right, who sets their you know, right, child off to school for the first day, right, first day of kindergarten, let's say, and they, right, they let their child, right, off to play, but they still sort of keep tabs on them, right? Maybe they'll call in and to the teacher and ask, right, how is so and so doing? Is it all okay, right? But they don't make it known to the child that they're, you know, keeping a close eye on them, right? So they want to see kind of, right, how the child sort of um, just naturally, okay, experiences the process of growth, of personal growth and transformation. And yet again, it may have to do with physical, tangible location, okay? Now, there's a focus on the fusion between, yet again, practicality and creativity of the Seven of Pentacles in reverse in your theme, overlaying the Daughter of Wands in reverse. Okay, you may be abiding by, you may be foiling, okay, your process of financial strategy, okay, to a sort of quota, a sort of financial statement. I'm hearing bank statement, to a system, an institution, a systemized way of going about things, right? Like this is the standard, okay? Or, right, it's like sort of like a format. There's a form, okay, that you may be adhering to, guidelines that you may be adhering to, Hierophant beneath the Daughter of Wands in reverse. So, Hierophant upright, Daughter of Wands in reverse. There is the preparation for action and perhaps partnership as well. Perhaps partnership, preparing for this more institutionalized bond of some kind, okay, making it formalizing it. And it may be with a Daughter of Wands sort of archetype of a person, someone who has a lot of fire in their chart, very, very creative, very sort of youthful energy, okay, energizing. But if this is your own energy, I do feel this is your own energy for a number of you. There's this focus on how am I to make use of my creativity in such a way that speaks as well to, I'm getting the heart chakra, okay, speaks to my value in community endeavors, in society. Okay, so I'm getting this like big picture, big picture, scope sort of thing for you, Aquarius, so to speak. So now let's see here. Okay, I'm getting this this pressure on my right. It's like almost like a warmth. Okay, in my right wrist. Okay, on the bottom side. So whatever this may mean to you, but there's I'm getting that you are waiting. You're waiting on, and again, preparation may be very, very key for you here, and there may be a lot of steps, follow through steps that lead to the final decision, okay, that's made. And it may be a lot of writing, a lot of typing, and I'm getting preparing works that have to do with the intellectual rational mind. Okay, strategy, actual strategy, and it may be research as well. You have the Ten of Swords upright, overlaying the Seven of Cups in reverse, overlaying the Empress in reverse, overlaying the Six of Pentacles, okay, horizontally laid, almost in perpendicular fashion to the Empress. Now, Capricorn pulled the Empress. Capricorn pulled, I believe, the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups in reverse, yes. Okay, so it seems that there's overlap with Capricorn, absolutely. And yet again, right, I'm getting that the process of clarifying, okay, has to do with dealing with many, I'm hearing extraneous data, okay, literally facts, plot points, okay, measures, rules, guidelines, bureaucracy, yet again. Could be legal measures. It's kind of like the intro to work handbook sort of thing, right? Like, welcome to our company. You're reading through, I'm hearing the legislature, all of the fine print. Perhaps there's something to do with that aspect of it. And closing that out, dealing with whatever this process is of strategy, okay, which I'm getting is expected, leads you to understand yourself emotionally, leads you to understand what has almost puzzled you about where you thought you were going through the whole process. Okay, so it's in dealing with closing out of all of these sort of, I'm also hearing internal ramblings. Okay, processing the self-talk. Okay, the perceptions that I'm hearing channeled and challenged this period, perhaps, that precedes this transformation change. You recognize leads me to greater understanding, not because necessarily I've understood greater by way of, let's say, reading more, by way of understanding more deeply. Okay, and in a I'm hearing esoteric sense. Okay, but also in a I'm hearing in a data prone way, in a literal way, in a also figurative way. I'm hearing it's not really about the clarity. It's the almost the process of just reading or just writing or just thinking through things that almost burns this energy through you, okay, to come to these conclusions about completely unrelated matters almost, okay, perhaps for a number of you. But there's this clarity that comes about wherever there was perhaps oscillation, okay, perhaps in relation to a creative venture, in relation to where does it go from here? Where does it go with this person from here? Speaking to Aries energy, one who has strong Aries in their chart, or strong fire energy in their chart, perhaps for a number of you. There's a question perhaps of on what side of the fence do I stand with this individual emotionally? And does it lead to anything fruitful? Does it lead to anything secure, emotionally secure into the long term? Now, you may hold a very close connection with this individual emotionally. You may even feel that there's this sort of strong sense of empathy with this individual or the situation, okay, whereby you kind of feel intuitively what they feel, and vice versa, okay. So now you have here the Nine of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. Overlaying the High Priestess. Upright. And the High Priestess is looking over the Seven of Wands in reverse. And you have two nines. Almost right, forming this angulation of energy with one another. And what's interesting is that the energy of the Nine of Swords and the High Priestess are so polar. And the Nine of Cups mirroring the High Priestess, right? Nine of Cups and the High Priestess somewhat similar. So wherever you're realizing, Aquarius, where your thoughts have served you, where your strategic mind has served the grander process of assimilation with your intuitive hunches, with your intuitive feeling, okay? And you're laying down any sort of ways that I'm hearing preconceived notions, okay, expectations I'm hearing of formality. You're letting it down. You're letting your guard down as well. And you're just expressing. You're expressing and you're heeding the call. You're hearing the whispers of nature, especially Aquarius. And it's like this. You're no longer questioning why you feel what you feel, why you want what you want. You are guided by that whisper, okay, from within, to explore further and without that which calls you. Okay, so whatever this process is, it's internal and yet it's also external. It grapples with concepts that are very deep and that are also dynamic, that connect you to the outside world. So this understanding of the self in a very deep, I'm hearing sentimental way, and in terms of vulnerability, of closeness with emotions, confrontations with ourselves in terms of how we emotionally feel, so to speak, about something, coming to clarity, emotional clarity with that, and in terms of our passion, what drives us, what I'm hearing, what turns us on in a certain way, so to speak, brings you closer to others. So the closer you come to yourself, the closer you feel that you can connect and open yourself to others. Okay, it's beautiful, Aquarius. There's a reshaping of ideals in a very youthful yet again youthful way, in a very energizing way, exciting way, and whatever you're dealing with, it reminds you of this passion that you have, and this propensity to channel this passion in a way where you feel at one with yourself, with where you're going, and those that receive you, that welcome you in this world that is of your own making, that you feel you are completely aligned with. So thank you so very much, Aquarius, for tuning in. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Please feel free to tune into your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well. So oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. I'm beckoned to mention as well that vibration is a focus for you here. Vibration and vibrational alignment, okay, as you may see it and as you may feel it in terms of this transformation, all right? So thank you so very much again for tuning in, and focus on vibration for you yet again coming through strongly. So focusing on the dimensions of how we assimilate with others in a very unspoken, unheard way. Okay, where when something just feels right, just because it feels right, we can't explain it, and where something just doesn't quite align, something feels a little bit off, right, for reasons that we may not also be able to explain, right? So it's tuning into that dimension that is very much guided by way of the intuition, feeling, and embodiment of what is our very personal sense of discretion, I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing moral systems as well for a number of you, judiciary systems for you. And that which we feel we are to inhabit, because it has already inhabited us, right? It takes us, it takes our breath away, and whatever that is, right? Standing for that, standing with that, in that, as that. Okay, beautiful Aquarius. I hope that this reading was helpful for you again. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a beautiful mid-August. I'll see you soon. Bye.